Hello, and welcome for the very last time to Wario Land Shake It, and also for the very last time to Wario Land Period, because this is the end, baby. Unless Nintendo goes and makes me a very happy and also shocked, senseless boy and releases a new Wario Land game. This is it. This is the end of our journey. Our 4 years. We'll worry about it later. The important thing is we're here to finish up. And also, may I say, I'm so sorry for how criminally long that last boy was. I've been recording in segments, and I hit the point where I was like, time to edit it. And I went and looked at my footage, and I'm like, oh my god, I have 3 hours of footage. And then I edited it down, and I was like, oh my god, it's still an hour and 40 minutes long. What is wrong? And we'll also talk about the length of these boys later. What's important right now is Yardy Har Murfle Burfle Come and Sherple, a cap and syrup shop. I don't remember my song, but it was something like that. It's not important. We're here to engage in jolly old capitalism one last time. We're going to come in here and purchase some recovery potions. So recovery potions, they heal you to full when you run out of health. We're not going to use them, but I wanted to purchase them just so we could show them off. So you can hold 2 at a time. And then that's it. Whenever it says sold out, but once we use one, we can come back and buy another. And that's all I have to say about that. But we also have to come in here and purchase the ending movie, which doesn't appear until you defeat the Shake King. And with that, we've purchased everything in the shop. She has nothing left. Nothing to laugh about. Nothing left to sell us, which is also stupid because she got the bottom squint sack, so she doesn't need to sell anything. But no, unimportant. Also, that Murfle, you have too many polygons for this world, my friend. The Shake Dimension may be your home, but I question that greatly. There's so many polygons on your body compared to the rest of us, which... 1? Well, 2, because the triangle, so they're probably making a rectangle. Not important. Not important. Maybe important. The last thing I wanted to discuss, since this is probably the last time we're going to see Captain Syrup once again, unless Nintendo makes me a very happy boy, is that Captain Syrup should be in Smash Brothers. Now, Sakurai's done the good work. I am not allowed to want for anything when it comes to Smash Brothers because he put the Banjo-Kazooie in Smash. He made the dream impossible. I, for real, thought, like, when Smash 64 came out, I was like, where's Banjo and Kazooie? Where's Banjo? Where's Mega Man? I'm going to unlock them at some point. And then eventually realized, oh, they're not in this video game, huh? Just because Banjo and Mega Man such a, like, pillar cornerstone to Nintendo for me that I was just like, oh, yes, they'll be in this video game of other Nintendo people. Obviously. And I can't want anything more from Sakurai. Sakurai could come and murder me, and I would still thank him. He's done the good work. When Sakurai dies, he'll become a saint, because you need to be dead, and you need to have performed 2 miracles, and that man just leaks miracles. So many miracles leaking out of that man. But Captain Syrup would be a good addition to Smash, because A, we get another villain for Smash. Villains are very cool and good for Smash. B, she's a cool pirate. Maybe that falls under A, but unimportant. Pirates are cool. You put them in your video games. C, more Wario Land representation, which means we get more Wario Land music, which means we get more than Stone Carving Ruins, Stone Carving City. And Smash, we get more Wario Land music, which is very good. Please give us Hurry Up and Smash. That'd be pretty good. D, I think she'd just be a good fit. I've seen a lot of like fan-made, like, oh, here's what her moveset would be. And oh, whoops, I dropped my remote. She'd be good in Smash. That's all I have to say. So if I could ask for anything, it'd be her. Shovel Knight would be cool, but unimportant. He's an assist trophy. We're not worried about that. We're here to play our Ding Dang video game. We're going to play our Ding Dang video game using the secret map we got in the Slipshod Slopes to continue on to the Bamboozle Village, which has the final secret map in the video game for us. So Bamboozle Village, we must finish before the clock hits 1:30. Beat the stage without taking damage, collect 70,000 coins, defeat the golden enemy, defeat 3 enemies with the bombs, shake a peek-a-boom, and detonate 5 bombs simultaneously. So this can be done in a single run. We got its secret map in Slipshod Slopes, and it's an alternate version of Mount Big Hill, which I'm all for because Mount Big Hill looked very nice. So once we palette swap it to make it look different, it's going to look even nicer because I like the palette swaps. I think they look good. I'm a big fan of them. You know, they come up with the first one, which is like, here's a safe version of the color palette. And then they're like, time to get wild. Let's do a lot of reds. Let's make it evening. Let's have a grand old time. So we're going to go ahead and knock out 2 of our missions right off the bat because Peekabooms, they produce up to 5 bombs. Like a single Peekaboom will make up to 5 bombs, and then it'll kind of just ninja away until like the bombs like detonate, because you know there's like a limit to the amount of things the video game can create at a time. So there we go. We got 5 bombs on screen. Let's go ahead and just push them together. And then I'm going to hope whenever I throw this, I don't blow my... Oh, I was hoping I wouldn't blow myself up, and I didn't. But I also didn't hit my... Didn't hit my stack of bombs. And these boys are bullying me now. I did, however... Well, I was going to say, I think I killed a banded arrow with a bomb, but I think it was actually the flippy dippy door, because the flippy dippy doors now have spikes. I'm pretty sure it was the spiked flippy dippy door that did it. Will this detonate 5 bombs at once? That detonated 5 bombs at once, and we killed an enemy. So we're at least up to 1, maybe 2. Probably 1 in terms of enemies destroyed. You're out of range. That's good. Hey, Peekaboom. Peekabooms, they produce bombs. They're not immune to bombs. So there we go. There's our 3 enemies. There's our 5 bombs detonated. And we can continue onward. Didn't we kill a band? I thought we killed something with the door. Maybe there were 2 banded arrows back here. I don't know. Flippy dippy doors. You remember the flippy dippy doors. The flippy dippy doors, they were in Mount Big Hill. They're back, baby, because this is Bamboozle Village, an alternate version of Mount Big Hill. So they're here. They're here to have fun. You will not hit me. I will destroy you, and we'll continue on. Oh, nope. I wanted to shake, but my shake meter has not filled up. I don't know if I ever talked about the shake meter at the top. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. It fills up. The W appears whenever it's filled, although in Japanese it says shake. So instead of like having the Wario emblem, it just a shake whenever it's ready, which makes more sense. I'm not entirely sure why they changed it. I mean, I don't mind it, but whatever. So your Earth Shake Punch is on a cooldown, I guess, because it's a very powerful move. So I guess they're like, hey, we gotta put this on a cooldown. But it's very interesting that they're like, this should take the center stage of our UI. I mean, I guess it's Wario Land Shake, so your mechanic tied to shaking, I guess you want to put in the absolute middle of the screen. And we can continue onwards. I'll just go ahead and hop over you and let you live your happy, healthy life. So, Bamboozle Village. I'm so glad that, like, you know, as we get into the back end of these like bonus level secret area things, we get to see like some very nice, like the nicest of the nice levels. I'm so glad that they were like, yes, these are the ones that should get picked, like the Bamboozle Village and the ones in the previous level that I was very excited about. The Glitter City? No, that was the one before. Is this a... No. We need to continue onward. So, I don't know. But I'm just happy with the levels that they picked for, like, alternate versions. Because we get some nice ones. Like the prison Airytail Castle. I remembered what we did in the last episode. It came back to me. The memory. It's not great. You know, sometimes your memory goes, but sometimes you remember that in Mount Big Hill there was a big room filled with monies, and this one, instead of doing a big room filled with small gold coins, they did a room filled with big gold coins, which I appreciate. I'm not sure if one's worth more than the other. I assume the one with the big ones are worth more because they're big. So one could only assume big equals better. Probably a safe assumption. And speaking of safe assumptions, I assume like this we'll probably need to run out this way with the max velocity dash raider. And in fact, I don't actually need to go up. I need to come down. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. The point is, I'm just going to go down now. So I think we've cleared the way. So now we can dash on up and continue up here. We need to be careful, though, because the flippy dippy doors, there are friends who we can flip to use as platforms, but they're also our foes who have spikes. So we just need to be careful on the flippy dips who have suddenly become very dangerous to our happy, healthy life. And we'll have to continue onwards doing that. I do appreciate that they brought back... Oh, hey, Peekaboom. Peekabooms, they're not, like, super difficult to shake. They're a little tricksy because, you know, you got to wait till they're on the ground. And once they're on the ground, you just shake punch to stun them, because otherwise they'll like poof away. You can't like jump on top of them. Oh no, they have another stun animation that's very good. This isn't it. I mean, like, it's not bad. That wasn't a bad stun animation or anything, but that wasn't the stun animation I wanted to see. And also, you're gonna keep throwing bombs at me, but I need to. Oh no! Oh dang! There's shit. That's their animation. We've Earthshake punched them. It's so cute and good. Just like, oh no, I can't see without my glasses, which is unfortunately a thing that our brain has wired to find cute, thanks to the Scooby-Doo, which is a shared human universal experience. Literally every single human being has seen Scooby-Doo, and then Velma couldn't see without her glasses, and then we're like, oh no, that's very cute. I'm so sorry for you, Velma, because that must be a terrifying experience for you to lose your glasses, which are typically very expensive, and then you can't see, and then you lose them, and it's just bad all around. But to the outside audience, it's a very cute, endearing thing. Unfortunately, I'm so sorry, glasses wearing people. It's unfortunate, but our human lizard brains have been unfortunately wired to find distress cute. It's suppose. I'm sorry. But the Peekabooms, they're so good. They're just cute little nerd ninjas with their big glasses. And then they throw bombs. And they get their glasses off. And then they can't see without their... It's so good. And hey, once again, I know I'm pretty good about maintaining my neutral tone and hiding my just general excitement about this game. But I think this game's good. I think its animations are also very good. So there was a little secret I learned in Low Down Depths to save time, which is whenever you turn like this, like Wario has that like animation of like him skidding, which, you know, takes time and can make it a little difficult to make the jumps you want. But whenever you're in that skid animation, if you jump, you'll immediately cancel the animation and you can jump. I'm bringing that up because I wanted to do it there, but I was so afraid because there's spikes on the ceilings. On the ceiling? Well, ceiling. Yeah, ceilings, because there's multiple ceilings here. And I didn't want to, like, hop up and secretly find out that there was a spike waiting up there for me, which, you know, something that could have happened. What's over here? Oh, there's some Shaky King blocks, and I would... Hey, you know what? I'm going to take you for a ride, because I believe that I may require your bombs somewhere else. And, you know, I suppose I could have just, you know, taken a bomb and then left you there. But, hey, you know what? I said you were my friend. And I will do just that. I will take my friend along for the ride as well. Friend, you wait down there, because I don't want you trying to blow me up. We may be friends, but you still... It's a bad friendship. You have that friend who, like... You just sometimes you have that friend where you're like, yeah, I'm gonna try and blow you up whenever I get the chance. You know, we've all been there. Some people would say that's a bad friendship. I would say... Hey. What happens if I drop you on the thing? Oh, you don't bounce. That's unfortunate. I was going to be so delighted if the Peekabooms bounced on top of, like, just everything else, and there's a diamond up there, and that diamond can be a little tricky, because we gotta make a bridge. Wario is going to become the bridge builder, and we just want to be careful, because these enemies, you know, the drill dozer is a spiky boy who can make us very sad, but also, he was just sitting there, which for some reason menaced me more than the fact, if he was just walking at me, it would just be like, yeah, he's walking at me, okay, which, you know, would have been, you know, menacing, but for some reason, him just sitting there scared me more than anything he could have done by walking at me. Not that they're particularly rough enemies or anything, but they have gotten better at me before. Now, little thing we want to do here is we just want to use that as a platform to come up here and grab the diamond. I mean, we could always, like, reflip it around, but we don't want to have to reflip it if we don't have to. And in fact, I'm just going to go ahead and go flip that just in case, because... If you remember in Mount Big Hill, we had to do a flippy dippy like this at one point to form a bridge. And, you know, this very clearly forms a bridge, which will be helpful for us on the escape when we're doing the post fold, getting on out of here. Now, this is a mean area if you're not careful. Like, I jumped in such a way that you could just for a moment see that there were spikes up there. But you want to be so delicate with your jumps here. You don't want to do any big jumps, because otherwise you're going to go up there and you're going to hit... You're going to hit one of those spikes. You're going to be sad. In fact, I may have messed up because we need to get down there. Yeah, there we go. And I need to get up in such a way that I don't hit the spikes, but come in here. Which is, it's freaking me out because this is, we can do this in a single run. I'm not entirely sure if I got the skills to pay the bills, but we're going to try and pay our bills this month. We'll do our best to pay the bills, and I need to break that, and I'll break that using you. Hey, Boom Dinero, my friend, my bud. You're not my friend. The Bandinero inside of you, though. Best friend. It's that one meme of, like, friendship ended with Boom Dinero, now Bandinero is my best friend, although, you know. The Boom Dinero is also cute, but the Bandineros just have that, like, Kirby-esque, this is a circle thing, quality of cuteness that we all enjoy. Also, an area that you want to be very careful and not do a big ground pound through, because otherwise you'll miss out on some goodies, including the golden enemy, and also just some cashola, bankrolla, etc., etc. So we'll just come in here, and thank God it's an enemy. We can come in here and we can shake. We can get some cash, and I believe that will bring us up to our coin requirement. So we no longer need to worry about coins. All we need to do is get out of level fast and without getting hurt, and we should be coming up on the Merfolk Peekaboom. I don't know if we'll require that Peekaboom service or not, so I don't want... Why is that guy stunned already? I'm not sure why that guy's stunned already. We've come across them before, and they've been asleep, but it's interesting to see that they're stunned, and I didn't want to... I'm going to go ahead and kill the Peekaboom. If we require the Peekaboom service, we'll just leave the room, come back in, and spawn it. And there we go. We're good. Now we can figure out on... What do we have to do? 130, and get out of the stage without hurting ourselves. Cool, good. See, I really... Just... This level is so great because, you know, I enjoyed Mount Big Hill aesthetically. Excuse me, aesthetically, it's a treat for the senses. And you know, what am I doing here? I need to puzzle. I need to puzzle better? How am I going? How do I puzzle better? How do I puzzle good at all? What do I need to do? You know what I'm gonna do? Well, I was gonna say I've been screwing around and I've spent some time, so I probably should reset, because once we reset, we'll know how to do this, because like they'll probably place the thing in such a way that will allow us to do it. But what we want to do is we want to get it in such a place that we can get up there. How we do a video game. My brain's not smart good like your perfect machine silicon, the things that make you smart think. You see, it's just not happening at all. But what we need to do is we want the flippy dippy, which I believe this is like the first time in the level that we've seen like the classique flippy dippy, not a spiky flippy dippy. We want it to allow us to get up into that other one. How the hell are we gonna get up there? Because we need to flip the dip. Because, you know, if we were just to go this way. Hey, I just need you to chill. Oh, maybe we need to use a bomb to make it flip a dirt. Well, I'm not so sure about that. So I'm just gonna throw him over there. Before we mess with the Murphle and get up there. I still have no idea why you're stunned. Perhaps like one of the bombs going off or something is stunning it. Not entirely sure, because we can hit this from below. But how do we make it so where we can get in there? Because like it's positioned like that, but we can't make that jump. I'm not even sure if maybe if we brought the peekaboom, we could hop off of it and get up there. What is happening here? How do we do the? Oh, hey, there's springs. There's springs here. There's Bruce springs here. That probably counts as a joke. Bruce Springsteen. Unimportant. I was homing in on the flippy dippy. Like there's a puzzle here I must solve, and the flippy dippy was a red herring trying to fool me into believing that the flippy dippy was the important puzzle element. But the important puzzle element was inside all along. And by that I mean it was the secret was. Oh, actually, the secret there is a secret here that we got to figure out. How are we gonna do this? Okay, so the secret is we come down here. There we go. Because we gotta align it in such a way that we can get by it. Still have no idea why you're stunned, but I am not going to look a gift band and arrow in the mouth. Because it would be rude to stare them straight in the mouth. And we can continue on out of the level. What do we gotta do? We just need to get out without getting hurt, right? We got all the treasures. We've done all our other missions. So we just gotta be careful. We gotta be quick. And this is probably where we're gonna learn, like, oh, where do we bounce? Where do we not bounce? Okay, so we don't want to jump off of the blue shaking blocks. We want to boing off of them, not bounce. Or well, that's not a spring, so it's not a bounce or a boing. It would just be we want to run off it, not jump off it. I need to learn these difficult game mechanics. The name mechanics of the game mechanics. We got to learn them, of the difference between boings and booms and sorry, peekaboom, but you were collateral there, and I need you out of the way. And no, I should know how to do this by now, but I don't. So we got to just hit you, and then we can come up here, get by. I'm very interested. I want to know why they decided to stun that band and arrow. Like, is it just for fun? Like, oh, hey, we can apply things to enemies, like statuses to enemies. Like, we found one that was asleep. I think we've seen a few that were asleep. It's very interesting. But, I'm guessing there's a lot of things in this video game, and, just in video games in general, where they were like, oh, we have plans for, like, things like, oh, maybe we'll do more block puzzles or such in this game. And maybe they went and designed it. I did this wrong. They went and designed the mechanics to make it happen, but then, didn't end up implementing it. And I wonder if a lot of it was like based on the way the game is made. They can't based on the way the game was made, they couldn't change level designs very easily because of the way the backgrounds are non-repeating, so they're all like big just chunks of art. So I wonder if there were a lot of designs that just like they had designed and then realized, or they had done like a pass of a level and were like, okay, this is cool, we want to add this mechanic, and they went and like started to make it, and then they realized like, based on our art pipeline, the way it is, this would be very hard to actually like redo or something. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. I have no idea. Just thinking. Oh my God, what do I need to do? How did I do this before? How have I unlearned things I learned? I thought I was so good, but in the end, I was a fool. Yeah, because did I just like accidentally do this right that first time where I aligned it in such a way that we could we could flip it, or it was flipped down and not in our way. Like, what the hell am I doing wrong here? Because here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna use that doesn't work because then we just keep flipping around. Because I was like, oh yeah, then I'll bounce up into it. But we can't, like, when we bounce, even if we do a big bounce, the second we hit it, we lose our momentum and don't keep continuing up. It's not like shooting ourselves out of a cannon. But if we shot ourselves out of a cannon, we would keep flying. But a spring, a cannon, it is not. A spring's like a baby cannon. It's cannon form 1. We need cannon form 3 to do our dark deeds. Or maybe perhaps I just jumped in a different way. And I've misunderstood what I've been doing every single time. Because the way I remembered this is, I remembered falling onto the yellow, bouncing up, and it flipping and allowing us to get by. But that's starting to think obviously not what happened there. I don't know why I'm just gesticulating? I was going to say gesticulating, but that doesn't sound right. That sounds gross. I'm gesturing. I feel like I've heard people say the word gesticulate before, but I don't like it. Do not like it coming out of my mouth. Says I am. I don't enjoy the taste of it on my lips. Not gonna gesticulate. Okay, let's do a big bounce. What am I doing here? What is going wrong? Hey, Peekaboom, I need you to chill. I need you to chill for a moment. By chill, I guess I mean die. Unfortunately. How am I going to make this? How am I going to make this happen in the way I want? So I'm starting to think the way that I'm getting through here. What was I doing? How did I do this? What's going on? So I played with this a little bit longer than I want to admit. Not a criminally long time, but, maybe somewhere in the field of 2 to 5 minutes, which is probably longer than it should have taken me to figure out, oh, yeah, I can just grab pad it like that to make it go down so we don't have to, like, keep running our face into it and just hoping it flips. That somehow I bungled my way into doing that the first time we did this, and hooray for me for just accidentally bumbling my way into success. It's what I do as a straight right man. But we just got to continue on, and we got to figure out the secret of where we boing, where we bounce, and just kind of chill so we don't like accidentally run into things like that. And we have 27 seconds. I don't know if we'll have enough time to get out of the level. Maybe you're supposed to hit that, because we can come down here. We can hit another Max Fast South City Dasherator. It may be fine. We may not be out of luck just yet. We are running a little low on time. We can come out here. This will take us out the front entrance where we saw that first Peekaboom. Goodbye, Peekabooms. Goodbye, Bamboozle Village. We're done. We're good. Okay. That ending segment confused me a little bit more than I thought, because I had, first, disregarded. First, I was too concerned with the Flippy Dippy and not concerned with the Springs, who are the little pumpy buddies that we have. And then I became too unconcerned with it. It was an entire thing. The Bamboozle Village. Before recording this, I would have said there's not a whole lot of bamboozling going on in this village, but it is a great A name for a level. But in the end, I was, in fact, bamboozled by the Bamboozle level village. It's the levels of Bamboozle Village. Hey. Time to slipshod slopes into the Freezing Fields, whose secret map we just got in the Bamboozle Village. So Freezing Fields, we must finish the clock hits 2, beat the stage without taking damage, collect 70,000 coins, defeat the golden enemy, jump off 3 penguins' heads in a row, and eat 5 heads of garlic. So, the Freezing Fields is an alternate version of the slipshod slopes, but unlike the slipshod slopes, we are no longer peace-bound by the rules of the mission of don't defeat any enemies. Any enemies will be slain, like slay, like sled. Just pretend I nailed that joke and it was good, and y'all laugh because sleighs and nice. But we will not begin our slaying just yet. We will, however, I guess, begin by inflicting a horrible trauma onto this penguin that looks really cute on its face, and maybe I'm bad for saying that. This is the level where I say, hey, all these these horrible things that can happen to people, they're actually really cute. But to be fair, these are like cartoon characters who are designed to be like cute, and it's not like someone shook the shit out of a real penguin. That'd probably look horrifying, the face the penguin would make and the shaking process. But this is a cartoon penguin designed to look cute. The face that it makes whenever you shake it, also designed to look cute. Similar in the vein of this Toby Cheeks animation we get whenever we pick it up. They were just like, well, here's a traumatized version of that. And unfortunately for us, it's cute, and maybe I'm morally compromised by saying that, but it's a cartoon. I'm gonna hope for the best. It's a cartoon penguin that was designed to look cute whenever you shook it. You go ahead and do a little digging here, because I don't think we can bounce off of the penguin's head and hit the golden enemy. We can hit the golden enemy, but the floating banana arrow, He does not care. He cares very little for my shenanigans. We'll have to throw a Pangoon at it, but we'll do that in a moment because conveniently on this first screen there are 3 Pangoons that we can just go ahead and grab. And did I shake them out for garlic? I guess I didn't. I need to remember that we need to shake things out for garlic because otherwise we'll not get one of the missions that we need to do. And this coin flew a little farther than I wanted, but that's fine. I guess it's only 100. I could have just ignored it, but I wanted it, so I went after it. And what better reason do we have than that? So similar to the Bamboozle Village, this can be done in a single run. And also the missions aren't that tough. Not to be blue, but some of the missions recently have been kind of ball busters. So Bamboozle Village and Freezing Fields kind of having simpler. I guess I could have just said simpler missions. Is kind of a nice. I was gonna say return to form, but not exactly. But it's nice to have just some levels that's not like, oh geez, it's gonna take me an hour to record this one level. Oh no. So it's just a nicey icy time we're going to have in this nicey icy level. And I do need to remember that I need to be shaking y'all out because I will require your garlic. I suppose I no longer require your services. Your services, however, I will accept. I suppose I could have utilized either of your services, but that's unimportant because I need... Oh, that was our 5th-headed garlic. I no longer need to be friendly with y'all at all. Not that I've been particularly nice to them leading up to this point. But yes, what we need to do is we probably could have used the ice block and pushed it over and rode it like in... if we were riding on top of the ice block, we could have like jumped up here and got up here. But it's just easier to maybe do this with the enemy. And I'm just going to go ahead and drop this bag down here so we can go and shake it out in the safety of that low-hanging ceiling after we deal with this. This could be a little bit of a problem. So we want to get on that block. We don't want to break that block because we require that block to get over to that platform over to the left. But also there's a Bumble Prod on there. Bumble Prod, if we were to touch it, it's going to hurt us and ruin our don't defeat any, well, our don't take any damage mission. But the problem is, I don't think Wario has like the jumping arc to make that and then ground pound. Like maybe we can pull it off, but I'm not confident. I think what might be more doable is maybe just doing some precise platforming and just, land on the edge of the block. And now I'm going to go ahead and break the block just in case there was a coin or something behind it. And I no longer require you. We got the bag from up there, so we can just come over here. And everything's going great. See, it's fine. That could have been a pain, but it wasn't. And if those 2 coins hadn't bounced off, all of those coins would have fallen into Wario's suspecting jaw. Gaping maw. I was like, no. I was like, one of those words is right, and one of those words is similar. Or one of the words is similar, and one of those words is almost similar. And I had to think about it. I was like, it's not jaw. You don't say gaping jaw. It's gaping maw. Because, and now I've ruined. I thought of a fun thing I was gonna say, and then I ruined it because I was gonna be like, the money fall into his gaping jaw because Wario eats all his money. It's fucked up, but it's true. But then I messed it up. But hey, here's a sled, I guess, to validate that other joke I've ruined. I've ruined 2 jokes here. I came into this with like, I'm gonna make a joke about sleighs because it's an icy level, and then I thought of a cool joke because it's also a nice icy level about Wario eating his money. Just because I thought that'd be funny to say. I thought that'd be a funny image of a funny mental image of Wario just shoveling coins into his mouth, which now that I think about it is probably a fetish for someone as well. So you're welcome. We'll just forget about it. I did a bad job. I guess you don't have to forget about it if it's your fetish and you're getting off to it, but don't. I guess don't do it now that I've said it. Actually, I've made myself a little uncomfortable. Whoops! So what we need to do here is we need to get up the slope, but oh no, we can't get up the slope. We're going to have to do some puzzle time with Snowman Wario. And you can tell you need to go up there because there's that sign pointing up the slope and or also pointing at a mountain that looked a bit like Pearl from Steven Universe. I had to think about that for a second because I was like Pearl, but then I started thinking of the word Pearl, but then I was like Pearl from One Piece, and there is a Pearl from One Piece, but very, very different character with very different. Not to talk shit about Pearl from One Piece, but far less important than Pearl from her series. Far less important, and Pearl from One Piece, not all that important. And Oh wait, can Snowman Wario break through? There's some stone blocks over here. Okay, cool. So Snowman Wario can break through stone blocks. For a second, I was worried that we'd hit that and it wouldn't do anything. Oh wow, you slipped pretty far because I guess it's ice, and that's what ice do. Ice do slip. Ice make you go slip. Ah no, I spit on my mic filter, and now it's gonna bother me. I guess I could like try and wipe it off, but then I'd have to touch the mic, and then I might like shake it, and it might make a weird noise and mess with that. So I'm just not gonna worry about it. It'll dissolve. There's a special word for water dissolving. Evaporate, go away. In time. I hope I did everything over there. I'm not entirely sure. Don't really remember how this. Well, actually, I remember this level pretty decently. We're coming up on the end, and also this arrange. Actually, I'm just gonna do this because it's been a while since we squished ourselves, and I wanted to do a little squishy squish. This is an interesting arrangement. So. Actually, maybe I should. I was gonna leave the. Yeah, I'll leave the block there, and then I'll just discuss it as we go along. Hopefully, killing you won't be a problem because I just don't want to get. I don't want to get got because we're nearing the end of the level. So there is a honest to goodness block puzzle here. This is the level where they're finally like, oh hey, we have all these like block mechanics. Maybe we should do like a block puzzle or something. Because like, what we need to do is we need to get this ice block positioned right here so we can climb up onto this pillar. Now, had we broken this wooden crate, you know, the ice block would have kept sliding away and you wouldn't have been able to do that. But even if you break the wooden crate, you're not shit out of luck because you can just drop down this pillar and utilize the pillar. Damn it, I wanted to get on top of that. You can utilize the pillar to stop the block in place. So you're not out of luck. And is there nothing up? Is there really nothing up here? I felt like my secret sense was super like tingling right here. I was like so sure, like, oh, I bet we can get over that, and maybe on the other side of that that cliff there'll be a thing. Oh, we need the ice block to actually continue. So a lot of usage out of this ice block mechanic. Oh, and I was about to be like, oh, I should squish myself from the side, see what happens. But we literally tried that in Slipshot Slopes. I don't know why I've forgotten that already. I suppose it's been a couple episodes, and I'm confused about them digging into these platforms. Like, we saw that they can't dig into blocks, but they can dig into these semi-solid platforms, which I almost refer to as a thin platform, which is the name I used to refer to them by before Mario Maker came out. And I was like, yeah, semi-solid's probably a bit more descriptive of a name. Also, we finally get to do the cool thing whenever you go into an ice block area, and once you get to push a bunch of ice blocks at once. It's always nice when that happens because it's always. I need to stop making these jokes. It's always nice when it happens because it's like, oh, you know, you've been pushing these blocks, and now you get the dopamine rush of like, yes, I'm gonna push a bunch of them at once and they're all gonna slide together and it's fun. It's the same kind of like lizard brain fun I'm having with like, yay, I'm pushing buttons of, yay, I get to push a whole bunch of blocks at once. And also, speaking of pushing a whole bunch of blocks at once and lizard brain fun, I'm just gonna angle Wario up through there. There was no reason to do it, but it was fun, which was, oh no, I just noticed I spit on my screen as well. I'm getting spitty in this episode. A lot of spitting, unfortunately. I was like, oh, we need to do the garlic thing, but we've already done the garlic thing. Garlic thing has been done. We're good. And actually, I would like for this icicle to come down so we can get this golden coin. And now we'll hit the checkpoint block, so we won't have to reset the every time we reset the level. We won't have to worry about like, oh no, we have to get all the golden coins again. Just wanted to go ahead and take care of that before we moved on, because now we can come down and we can get to the real lizard brain fun. Lots of lizard brain fun. There's so many blocks here. We just get to push a whole bunch of blocks to fill in a hole, which goes off screen. So it's just good. Hey, it's just good. We get to have some fun. I get to just get barely squished. Just have some more lizard brain fun. I keep saying lizard brain, but it's just like a simple pleasure of just like, yes, I'm doing just this minor thing that for some reason my brain registers as nice and good. And I've already done that one. Nice and good, and we get to have a fun time with it. Just like, sometimes you realize that there's a cat on the side of the ice block. I know I pointed that out in Slipshot Slopes, but I can't believe I never saw that cat previous to this Let's Play, because there's just a excuse my language, freaking cat on that ice block, and I stopped my run, and I would like to continue running because there was a metal block that we were unable to break that I hope was a post-fold thing and not a thing I was supposed to come running into the other room, because wait, we need 70,000 coins, don't we? Ooh, hopefully I know there's at least one diamond. We saw at least one diamond on our way out. Hopefully there'll be an area we didn't see in the pre-fold, in the post-fold, that will have a lot of money in it, because we're lacking in money severely. Like, that will probably bring us up to... No, I was hoping that'd bring us up to 50,000. And I guess now I can. I wanted to get squished more this time. I wanted to get like completely under it and get totally squished. But with it falling off that ice block, we don't have enough time, I don't think, to lodge ourselves completely under it. Okay, so what do I need to do here? I like that the ice block, as it pushes the ice fire out of the way and then squishes them, rather than just like rolling over them and extinguishing them like you would assume that you would assume it would just roll over them and extinguish them, and that's the way it would work. But no, it just pushes them to the side and squishes them like they were just any other enemy. And what I need to do here, how? Oh, you know what? Can I do a crouch jump? I don't remember if you can crouch jump when you're dashing, but that might need to be what happens there. So this took a couple tries to figure out, but you don't want to crouch jump there, because if you crouch jump there, you're gonna get hurt. It's not gonna work. And so then I started playing around with it, and I was like, oh well, what if I jump over the ice blocks? But that just lands you in the pit. So what you need to do is you need to jump close enough that y'all saw, you need to jump close enough to knock the blocks so you have something to stand on to like keep going, which is really cool and like a fun use of the game mechanic that we've been seeing in this level, which is, it's a really smart thing that the thing uses the game mechanic in such a way that I wouldn't have thought of. And oh my god, we're about to run out of time. I need to turn around. I don't think we're gonna get out of the level in time. Yeah, we just missed it. Just missed it. There we go. That took a couple tries. Didn't take a billion hours tries, but that took a couple tries to get that timing down. I guess I was just being too slow with the turning around with the max fastocity dash rating. I was not dash rating at the max fastocity, unfortunately, but there we go. We've now done it. Which that was actually the penultimate level of the video game. The way I'm playing it, since it's non-linear. And we're almost back up to 1,000,000 coins, which will allow us... Well, 1,000,000 coins has nothing to do with anything, but... It's time to play the final remaining level of the video game. Boogie Mansion. They don't get any tougher, because we must finish before the clock hits 1:30, beat the stage without taking damage, collect 83,000 coins, push down all the push buttons, beat the stage as Mini Wario, defeat the golden enemy and the scariest mission of them all, beat the stage without using the checkpoint. I don't like that mission. I think beat the stage without using the checkpoint is a dumb mission. Doesn't feel good to hear it. Does it good feel? Because it's not a good feeling mission. So Boogie Mansion. It's an alternate version of Bad Manor. We got the map in Bad Manor. You can always tell where you got the map. It branches off of the thing and the area. The level always branches off the level you got the map in and the area map. So you can always tell, but I just want to point out, just so I'm not just assuming things. Want to put the information out there because it's a Let's Play, baby. We gotta say all the things. We gotta say things that we've said millions of times before. And by that I mean I'm going to point out some art assets that I enjoy as I see them. I'll probably end up pointing out things I enjoyed in Bad Manor because the memory, it's not so good. But these demon head sconces, they are good. And what's even better, I'm in love with this window with the demon poking over the window. It's a good window, but the best part are the three little guys like poking over, like staring at you menacingly. Are they Bandaneros? They're round and they got Bandanero-like faces. Or are they ghosts? They're probably ghosts. It's Boogie Mansion. It's a scary, spooky time. And because it's a sperry, skooky time, we're going to do a little bit of a mix-up. Gone are the treasure chests of old. Here are the mimics. And hey y'all, it's me, the big mimic enjoyer. I enjoy mimics. I think they're a fun concept. I always get excited to see them in video games. Mimics tend to have very fun designs. Like, even if you go to, like, Dragon Quest, like... it's just a mimic with a mouth, and it's got like a tongue and scary teeth, and the eyes are inside. It's like good design. The Dark Souls has what might be the best mimic because it's just so unsettling and scary. It's very good. But then there's like the alternate version of the Dark Souls mimic, the Mimic Cuties from Kid Icarus Uprising, which are basically like the fairy fighting type equivalent of the Dark Souls mimic. If the Dark Souls mimic was the the dark fighting version. If I had to Pokemon it, which hey, I just did, and oh, this isn't gonna go well. Shake, 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 shake. Please shake. Okay, that might have worked out. That might have worked out all right. Thank you, Peekaboom. I will require this bomb. As you're probably wondering, how do we deal with the Mimic? And by that I mean you've probably already figured out. We just got to feed them a bomb. You feed them a bomb and you take care of them. If I were to walk up to the Mimic, they chomp you. You take damage. You can't just punch them. You gotta feed them a bomb. So I appreciate this. I think this is a fun mix-up to bring to. It was essentially I almost said the final level, because I was going to say final and last and just combine them into fast. The final level of the video game. It's a nice mix-up. I kind of wish the Mimics showed up in Bad Manor. Like, you know, they would have fit. It's aesthetically the same. Like, I mean, I guess this level's outside is more red and purple. A bit of a, like, the blood moon is rising Link kind of, Ganon soldiers, etc., etc. happening here. Or just, you know, a blood moon, just a thing that actually exists, and not everything has to be a video game reference. Zach, you mook. So let's just move on. But I appreciate it. I would have appreciated to see the Mimics and Bad Manor. They would have fit, and I can appreciate that they only kept them in this level, because as you saw, they need. Oh, that takes you straight to the spike. That's a shame, because I didn't want to get hurt on this run, because we're going to need to do 2 runs on this. One of them, you know, being don't use the checkpoint. Unfortunately, we can't shake recapitators, so that was the best I could do in terms of getting cashola out of it. I didn't want to get hurt on this run because I wanted to use the checkpoint in this run, but I don't want to reset. I want to keep going. Hey. So we're just going to move on. What's down here? I don't... Oh, okay. That worked out. I didn't want to jump down there just in case anything bad happened, but it worked out in the end. Okay, so we come down here and we can see the treasure that we're ultimately... Excuse me. It's a Mimic currently. But the treasure... You know, the Mimic still has the treasure inside of it that we want. And I know I pointed that good ghost mural epitaph thing out in the other level, but I still didn't set it. I just wanted to let y'all know that I still think it's good. And that I remembered that one. I remember pointing out that I like that one. Let's get rid of you, Spinbat. Also, it's so nice that we don't have to worry about Spinbats killing themselves here. Perfect. But, you know, we could see what we need to do. We need to approach this way as a mini Wario so we can get in that area with the barrel and bomb. Oh, my. I don't know. I was thinking of what is it? It's something in bears, whatever. Oh my! It doesn't matter. We got to find a thing to become a mini Wario. We have a ball here. These blocks where they're just like 1 unit below us. You might think like, oh, you could probably take the ball and hit it, but you would be incorrect. How could you think something so? We just don't have the means of like aiming below us. And even if you did like somehow trick it out and like angle it, like if I stood here and threw the ball like at this, we'd probably be able to break one, maybe not both. Maybe you could like freak this one out and like lodge the ball in there, but it wouldn't be worth your time, because we need to be a small Wario to accomplish our ultimate goal. So mini Wario, or Wallaputian, if we're going by the name that I failed to say a whole bunch in the previous, well, not previous, but one of the previous episodes. So I'm just going to angle this up so it doesn't like hit that lip and like just make me very sad. And we'll just accept this magic lamp. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, Mimic. So I would have liked to see the Mimics appear in Bad Manor, just because I enjoy them. And I imagine they probably don't because of the level design. I mean, this is just me positing, so I could be totally off base here. But based on the fact that there's like a little bit of a puzzle element to them, where like, oh, you need to find a bomb and etc. etc. Maybe they had already made the background but hadn't completely hashed out the Mimic thing, and then by the time they got it, they're like, oh no, the Mimics kind of need a dedicated space, because if you don't give them a dedicated space, like, you know, you would just walk up and there would be, oh, actually, before I shoot myself, that window with the ghost there, very good. In fact, I'm just gonna get out the cannon, because I would love the ability to turn off the HUD in this game, because it looks like there's some ghosts, but there's like a thing in the very back, like I'm guessing it's just another ghost, but it looks like a different creature, like wearing like a crown of some sort. But I'm guessing it's just another ghost, just some ghosts in a window, you know, just normal. Oh, did I? Well, all right, okay. I feel like I might have missed something in there, but But okay, all right. We'll just move on and hope for the best. And I will go ahead and kill. Whoa, I was like, I'll kill this nose dozer so I don't hurt myself and miss out on the mission. But A, we've already missed out on the mission, and then B, I just ended up injuring myself doing it. See, this is why I don't like the don't take damage mission as well. Like, because I was gonna say you're kind of a screw up. Which, hey, you kind no, it was a joke, but that's rude to say. But it's so easy to just slip up, and then it's just such a shame to be like, oh well now I can't win. I can't go to space camp. I'm so sad. That's why I really like, even though the submarine levels, kind of the low point of the video game, I do appreciate their mission being a little bit more lenient in that it's like, oh, just don't break your submarine, which is like don't go below half health. Which I would have appreciated that kind of distinction made for like the main game. If like instead of don't take damage, it's like, something like maybe give Wario like an injured state or something. So it's like don't injure Wario, or don't take like 3 hearts of damage total or something, and then you could have like some kind of like counter that checks like even if you heal, like, oh, maybe you've taken too much damage. And actually, we need to do something very specific here. We need to push down all the push buttons before you leave the level. Before we do that, we will need to, actually I need to knock these down because otherwise we'll just run straight into them. But we need all those push buttons up for this arrangement, because what we're going to do, we're going to turn around, we're going to turn around again, and we're going to utilize them as a thing to jump off of to come up here, and then we can just dash down here, and we come into the area of the final treasure. Now, unfortunately for us, this last treasure doesn't really have much of a puzzle element for like escorting the bomb over to the treasure. Which kind of goes in line of like what I was trying to say about the bad manner like treasures. Like I imagine all of the bad manner treasures would have ended up being pretty similar if they had put the mimic in over there. So maybe it was just like, rather than having this be like a aesthetic theme like for both levels, like just making it like this level specific gimmick was probably the right move, because otherwise we would have just had like 3 rooms where you just come in and like feed a bomb to the thing. And in this one you find the first mimic so early on that it's like, even if you were to walk up to it and it hurt you and you were going for the don't hurt yourself mission, it's fine. And I wish I had done the don't hurt yourself mission for this one, because I want to use the checkpoint for this one, because I remember this post fold being a little strange, and we may need to end up poking around at it a little bit to figure out all of what's going on in here. So let's just go ahead and climb up here. And oh wow, that was almost actually really cool. I was almost very surprised with like how well I was doing it. Well, damn, it's a great thing that I decided to hit the checkpoint now, because we're definitely going to end up resetting on this one. But we're just doing a little bit of recon, and I was like, I'll just stand here and wait for the other thing to come down. Damn, how did I like almost do this like perfectly on my first try, and then like totally just like completely lose it? I mean, I guess that's just the way of the world, the way the cookie crumbles. Is there anything off to the right? No, nothing off to the right. I can't make that jump. Man, I'm taking so much damage here, but it's fine. We'll just chill. Okay, there's a diamond if we climb up the pole. That's good to know. We'll just continue onwards, because we needed like 83,000 coins. We are nowhere near our coin requirement, but I believe there is, a lot of money in this post fold. And by I think I mean I know, because like there'd have to be, because we got like all of the like big sources of money previously. Okay, so we need to go up on that next one. I believe this will end up shooting us into like us. Yeah, here we go. We're in like an alternate version of the sewer area we saw previously. Oh, and yeah, that's the wrong way. I really enjoy these Gulliver tunnels, like being like what changes you into Mini Wario, but they're also what like reverts you. It's just like which way you go in. I think that's a cool idea for a mechanic, and I appreciate saying it. Like I just appreciate it. I think it's neat. Okay, so we don't want to come over here until we're done with the other side. Is that what's happening here? I suppose we're not doing. Oh yeah, we're not doing time this time, I guess. So I don't need to worry about doing this perfectly. We just need to like find all the sources of money, make sure we hit them all. I believe there was just that one diamond over here. There's also the Recapitator, who probably shouldn't have given him respect, because we've already taken so much damage. It doesn't matter. So we'd come up here, we'd collect those 2 coins. I probably should go back and hit the Max Fast City Dasherator just so we can cover as much ground as we can. To see what this level has in store for us before we leave. Okay, yeah, this is more similar to the area we saw in in bad manner, where you like exit the level like dashing out under the sewers. And does this put us? Oh, this window right here with the goblin, very good. I don't know if we've seen that. Yeah, okay. So this leads us back to the beginning. And how much money do we have currently? I didn't grab. I think there was a diamond I didn't grab. Was there a diamond I didn't grab? I hope so, because we need like 3 of those suckers. So, oh well, I guess we'll take a shot. How much is a big gold coin worth? I think a big gold coin's worth 500. Is it worth 500? I know a medium gold coin's 100. Oh well, we'll take a crack at it. We'll do our best. We also need to be careful that we exit the level as mini Wario, because I believe it'll be a little hard up to do that on the time pass. And man, I need to get these things down if I'm going to. Oh yeah, damn, that's not going to work. I need to get these things down if I'm going to do this level. Damn it, without taking damage, because if I can't figure out how to do this without taking damage, because we need to do this level without taking damage and without using the checkpoint. So I think I'm about to be a very, very disappointed boy trying to do both of those in one run. In fact, I may even just go ahead and just accept my fate that we need to break this into 2 runs. We learn we want to shoot ourselves up. Oh, nope, that didn't work. Actually, how are we supposed to do this? Because we want to go upwards, but I guess we just need to figure out the right angle to fire ourselves out of that cannon, I suppose. And this will also give me some more practice with those moving poles and those spikes. The thing at the beginning where I was like, oh, it's so basic. Why don't they use them in more levels? Because like a moving pole is such a basic concept. Like why not put them in more levels? Because they seem like they'd fit very easily into so many platforming challenges. Oh, I forgot that this one wasn't the one with the diamond. It's the next one. I forgot that there were 2. Somehow I forgot that this thing that I keep screwing up. I forgot the shape of it, but it's fine. I do find it interesting that they only use the moving poles here, because they seem like they'd be a good fit on some other levels, like the Savannah Valley, just plains. Like it feels like they'd fit very well there. What about if I shoot here? Well, yeah, there we go. This angles us up. We come over here, and I think there was 2 diamonds this way, right? Yeah, so we get 2 diamonds this way. So this will be very good for our coin count. Yeah, because there's another diamond in here. There's a bunch of coins. This will be super duper easy for us to manage, as long as I do not screw this up. We want to become mini Wario, so we'll just go ahead and come through here. We'll collect some of these gold coins. I'm so sure there was a diamond over here, but I guess we'll just continue onwards. We could take that bottom route, but I'm not too worried about it, because can I just dash? Oh, sweet, we can just dash through you. Oh, this actually doesn't work. Are you gonna? I guess we'll turn around. And we can just, because this is going to make us a normal-sized Wario again, but we can just, we'll figure it out. We'll find it. We'll go back. We'll hit up the Gulliver Tunnel again, because we've hit our coin requirement. We just need to get out of the level. I believe we've pushed down all the push buttons. I think that one activates whenever you exit the level. We should have enough time to get out of here, because we have the bankroll that we need. We just need to get out of here without screwing everything up. Okay, yeah, so we'll do time. We'll do time, health, and no checkpoint on our next run, which is unfortunate. I would have loved to do no damage on this run, but oh no, the goblin window. No, we can't appreciate it. We can't stop and appreciate the goblin window, because we gotta exit the level. We push down all the pound buttons. Okay, cool. So now we just need to do this well. Oh my god, this is gonna be okay. I suppose what I'll do is I'll take. Well, I mean, I was about to say, I'll just take a crack at it, and if I get injured, I'll just do a 3rd run. But it's not like I have much of a choice in this. It's not like I'm gonna hit the checkpoint and can retry it simply. If I hit retry, we have to start from the beginning of the level. Oh shoot! I didn't realize. Yeah, this of course happens. I wasn't planning to show this until after, but once you get all the treasures in the video game, Wario's Garage changes into this. And you get a little golden palace. This is what you get for getting all the treasures in the video game. And also, because we've now finished all of the levels, we go back to the title screen. We should have a little treat waiting for us there. Yep, once you finish every level, so you just have to play every single level, you get this crown on your thing. So we've done all the treasures, we've done all the stages, so hooray and good for us, but we still have missions to do. We still have the final mission reward thing. I thought I would say something smart at some point, but it just didn't happen. So just gaze upon the room. Okay. Attempt number 1. I wonder how many times this will take, because the part that's actually really worrying me, like we have to get out in 1:30, so we have a minute to get out. I'm not actually too worried about time unless I keep doing stuff like that. What I'm worried about is this segment, which actually I think if I just stop, if I just have a little bit of patience, it won't be a problem. Which, you know, we don't have a whole lot of time to offer. But that was actually the segment that I was kind of the most worried about, just because I had so many issues with those pipes previously. But it's fine, because we can just blast through here. We don't have to worry about anything. We come through here. Max Dash House City Dash Raiders right here, and we don't need to worry about like any of this like mini Wario stuff. We're just gonna run through, turn as quickly as we can. We should have enough time. I'll just go ahead and duck through you. Not sure if he could hit me with his head. When we ran through him when we were small, we didn't have to worry about it. I wonder if the hitting a mummer like that would actually end your dash, because you can't kill. Oh shoot, that thing was. I forgot to push down the push button because I was just so like carefree. Oh, okay, that wasn't a problem at all. I thought that escape would end up causing me a lot of resets. That was first try, baby. Well, I mean, you know, it was the second run, but you know, the first try doing the second one, yeah, no problem whatsoever. So there we go. We're done with levels now. We will no longer be playing any more levels in the video game. The video game's levels are complete. But, of course, we still have missions remaining. The missions remaining are tied to bosses. We still have the world-famous Large Fry and the big man himself, the Shake King. Oh, no, I suppose we should look at his mission. So, Large Fry Cook-Off. We must beat the stage without taking damage. Beat the enemy before time runs out. Feed the Large Fry 2 bombs in a row. So, I'm going to say this, and this is I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to go ahead and just say it. I'm not too worried about Large Fry Cook-Off. I probably shouldn't be saying that, but there we go. We have enough Murphles to form a W again. Very good. We can go in with Watt Power because, like I said, Large Fry Cook-Off kind of has a trick to him. Like, I mean, I suppose a lot of the bosses do, but a lot of those bosses had tricks that involved execution, and you know, my execution was lacking. But now we should be able to do this one. I'm hoping I can do this one. Because we just need to not get squished by. Oh, he's gonna make my bags. That's probably gonna be a problem having all of these guys hanging around. Because what we want to do, we're going to feed a Large Fry. Nope, he's gonna squish me if I just stand there. Why are you making so many damn bags? Please stop making bags. Please get up, Wario. Let's go ahead and break these bags before he does anything with them. Because what we want to do is we're going to feed him a whole lot of guys in a row. Please give me the bomb. Oh, nope. I would like the bomb. Because we're going to put out the bombs. Because we're just going to save a lot of bombs. We're going to stop him from blowing them up. I'll take one of you. Nope, please come back. Because like I said, no, he's going to destroy the bomb. Oh, he didn't actually destroy the bomb, so that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and restart. We're running low on time. Actually, how much time do we have? Because we had a minute 30 remaining, and like we have till the end of time. Like we don't have to like beat the stage before. We just have to do this before time hits 0. Okay, so we get 2.5 minutes to do this. So what we want to do is we just want to spawn in. Well, we want to spawn in as many bombs as we can. Oh, do they just hop up and down in place? I thought they would jump like side to side and stuff and cause trouble. But I will grab a yellow one because the yellow one, since they are moving, is just a little bit more involved. Let's go ahead and break these bags. I don't know how many bombs we want, but we're going to, damn it, we're going to spawn in as many bombs as we can. You know, he's glowing. Since he's glowing, he will not give up the goods. Let's go ahead and just open these. Please, no, none of the enemies are stunned, and I can't shake my thing. See, okay, so this one might end up being more execution focused than I thought, because I thought it would be, you know, like I said, a little bit of hubris. I thought it'd be a little bit easier to spawn in just a bunch of bombs at once, because that's just kind of the trick here. Like, we're not going to be worrying a lot with his later phases. We're just going to spawn in as many bombs as we can, carefully. Let's go ahead and avoid his stuff. We'll go ahead and just break bags as we can, so we don't have to worry about, like, you know, whatever enemies he's going to spawn in. Let's go ahead and feed him, get us a second bomb, because, you know, one of the missions is to feed him 2 bombs at once, but if I think we can create, like, 4 of them will be good. Oh, please don't. That's going to reactivate my bomb, and that's going to go off, and then I was mashing, I was motor mouthing, and then the mash was my words. I was mashing buttons, and then I mashed attack on wake up, which I think is a fight. I think that's a fighting game thing. I don't play fighting games, so I have no clue. But I follow people who play fighting games, and that sounds like a thing that people who play fighting games would say. Something about wake ups, something about mashing. That's probably fighting game lingo. Let's go ahead and give me a boy, please. Give me a boy, because our boy. Actually, I think he's gonna slam one more. Yeah, he's gonna slam one more time. Let's go ahead and destroy this bag. Just get it out of the way. Let's destroy this bag. I'll let that other bag open naturally, because he's gonna open his mouth, and we can start feeding him. Will he allow us to feed him twice in a row? Yeah, he does allow us to feed him twice in a row. But I probably should have put the bomb out first, because his bomb very low on time now. Nope. No, please shake. Let's get out of the way. We can only protect one bomb at once. And well, I mean, that destroyed a lot of enemies. So I guess the secret's going to be trying to figure out how we can, like, spawn in all of these bombs. Like, it's going to be execution-based, but it's not going to be execution-based in the same way that those other fights were. Damn it, I wish I could have gotten to that other guy before. Oh, and that blew up my bombs. Yeah, okay. So, like I said, I shouldn't have said what I said. It was definitely hubris. But I don't think this is... I was about to say, I don't think this is going to be difficult like the other ones. But I also said the same thing about Bloomsday. And I still contend that Bloomsday was nowhere near as difficult as the Chortlebot challenge. But it still took me like a good... like 30 minutes. I don't remember how long I spent. But it was a good amount of time that I spent in there. So I think that this one may end up being similar, where it's just going to be a matter of figuring out how to execute this. Oh, damn it! What I should be doing is I should be catching the bombs as he spits them out. I need to figure out how to manage these enemies in such a way, like with these basic enemies, it's not too bad. And I don't think we're going to spend too long in the later portions of the boss fight, because I think we should spawn in as many bomb. Oh, damn it! Oh well, at least we protect our bomb. Can I? No, it's not going the way I want. How many? I hit give up. Whoops! I meant to hit retry, not give up. Because I think 4 bombs should do it. Because I think he has 4 cycles. Maybe it's 5, but I'm having a hard time getting past the second bomb. So this may just be a matter of learning how to juggle these enemies in such a way that they're not a problem. Like, maybe I should be getting rid of the yellow ones and only keeping the red banded arrows, because even though like none of them really offer any challenge, the yellow ones hopping up and down is just a little bit more inconvenient than the red ones. Although maybe also I don't have enough time to be worrying about this period. Like, we just need to be letting these boys out, letting them free. Like Large Fry is going to spawn in like one more bag before he starts allowing us to feed him. So we'll go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and I guess I'll just allow the other bag to open naturally. He's allowing us to feed him. Let's go ahead and stun these boys. Well, I wanted to grab bomb before anything. No. Well, I think this one's a wash. Damn, I need to feed him in such a way that he's not going to spit the bomb out. Either where he's not going to spit the bomb out into my like group of enemies, or the way I think I should be doing this is I should be catching the bombs as he's spitting them out, as opposed to letting them fall on the ground and then having to contend with the enemies. So what I am going to keep pushing the enemies over into this corner, just because that, it'll be convenient to have an enemy corner. Go ahead and just keep avoiding his thing. I somehow managed to. Oh, nope. I somehow managed to like jump off of one. Okay, let's get in here. Let's jump. I didn't grab the bomb still. Well, I mean, we managed to acquire the bomb. It only has 2 on the timer, which is bad, especially since he's going to keep pounding and letting enemies out. Luckily, we don't have any like difficult enemies here. Let's go ahead and hop on you, just so you're stunned. We'll put this bomb out, and then we can grab you. Can I feed you before? Yeah, here we go. We can feed him one more time before he is going to do his shake. Oh, damn it. Let's go ahead and grab that 2 bomb. I did protect the 2 bomb, but unfortunately, I lost my other bombs in the process. Rather than I can't do. I forgot I can't do the Earth Shake Punch. Damn it! I was so close to getting our 4th bomb. Got it up to 3. I really need to figure out how to get these bombs out of the air, because I think that's going to be the secret to stockpiling a lot of bombs in his phase 1, and then just kind of comboing him, keeping him like Well, I mean, he will like go into his other phases where he would spawn in other enemies, but you know, just kind of, you know, keeping a low profile, spawning in a lot of bombs. I'm hoping like I already know how this is gonna go. I'm gonna figure out how to spawn in a ton of bombs, and then just start screwing up like the whole like feeding him process anyway. So let's go ahead and just, oh damn it, he wasn't looking, so it didn't go into his mouth. Turns out you cannot feed his tummy. He's trying to feed his tummy, but ironically the tummy cannot be fed. It has to go in through the oh no, I can't do the earth shake punch. I need to learn my lesson because I'm so used to stunning enemies with the Earth Shake Punch. But we're gonna have to stun them with the jump because we can't Earth Shake Punch while holding a thing. And if we put it down, we'll reignite the bomb. And I'm just gonna keep blowing up all my bombs doing this. So damn, I really wish I wouldn't have said the thing like, I don't think this one will be hard. What a fool I was. It's me, the greatest fool in the world. Not that that's anything new. But we'll go ahead and just we'll keep this up. I'll give this one more go before I'll surrender to the sweet void of doing this in disappointing silence until let's go ahead and just destroy this bag since he's spawning in another. I'll go ahead and destroy that bag. Please stay stunned for 1 second because I would love for you to do this so I can just go ahead and throw another enemy in there. Damn, I was hoping to get... Nope, I almost did the Earth Shake Punch. Can I? Nope, I can't get an enemy in there before he does his thing. Let's go ahead and break a bag. Let's go ahead and get an enemy. Oh, he's gonna drop. He's gonna do his stun attack a couple more times before he... Well, he's gonna do it one more time before he will open his mouth again, which will, luckily for us, stun another enemy. I'll leave one bag. I think that's probably the trick. I'll try to leave one bag on screen at a time. Damn it! I got comboed off the bomb. The bomb comboing, not nice, and this is gonna be bad because now I gotta switch bombs. Nope. That's gonna be the problem. How am I going to? That is the problem. I was about to say, how am I going to keep all my bombs safe with him pounding down? But what I need to do is I just need to feed him a ton of bombs before I get him, or not a ton of bombs, a ton of enemies before I get him the chance to ground pound again. So I just need to be ready rather than trying to put out these bombs. I should probably try to feed him a bunch, and then like if the bomb's wicks get low, like I think we just got to play it risky for the biscuit. I think that's the situation we're in. So I'm actually going to leave these. Oh damn it! I think I've already messed up because I can't feed him in this position. So we've wasted time. I got hurt, so it's a wash. I think I said I was going to give this one more try, but then I think I learned something. So this will be it for real. This will be the one more try, and then I'll cut away and just do this in silence until I figure this out, I suppose. And then I said that in such a way that I was like, oh well, I guess I'll just shut up and do it now. But no, this is it. This is gonna be our final try. I'm feeling good about this. In fact, I'm gonna do an Earth Shake Punch right now, stun these boys because he's going to bring down the bags. I'm going to destroy one bag. I'm gonna get to the other side of him because I think he's gonna open his mouth, and I'll be ready to feed him. Nope, he's gonna drop down one more time. Bring down. Yeah, he's gonna drop down one more time. So I'll leave both these bags, so these will replace my enemies because I'm about to feed him some enemies. Let's go ahead and just please stay stunned. Open your mouth. I missed, and I need to put out this bomb. Can I feed you one more? No, I wanted to feed him. I think I've already messed up. I think I just got to get a ton of enemies into his maw before we get to this point. I need to destroy some bags because otherwise this will be a problem. He's about to ground pound again, so let's grab the bomb so we can protect it because we can protect one bomb easily. Any more than this, and obviously we can't protect any more bombs than that because then he'll just get into his mouth. Because once we have more bombs than that, we can't carry anymore. No, I need to put that out, and I think with that I've messed up. No, I definitely had more time than I thought I did. Let's see if I can put out all these bombs. I don't think I can. Oh well, especially if he lands on them, we won't be able to. This might work. We were able to get that into his mouth somehow. Let's see that one. Oh, okay. So we have 4 bombs now. So I think it's time to start feeding him. Let's go ahead and do it. He's gonna fall down. Please get out of my way, bombs, because I need to punch him. Punch, 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 punch. Will he go immediately into feeding mode? Because we need to wait for him to open his mouth again. No, he's gonna start ground pounding. Okay, that's gonna be a problem because now, yeah, that's gonna be a problem. I thought that the trick would be he would stay keep eating, but we are going to have to protect these bombs somehow. And there we go. That's Large Fry. So I figured out the secret to him. The secret to him is he doesn't want to be fed. He won't. So the struggle with that boss, I mean, there's the later parts of the boss fight, which I completely ignored by trying to spawn in as many bombs. It turns out the 4 was the correct number. Okay, so he doesn't want to open his mouth. That's the problem. The biggest problem I had is I keep spawning in bombs, and he would just keep slamming down and blowing up all my bombs. Turns out the secret to get him to open his mouth, and I'm not sure if this is the secret, but like when it seems like when you're behind him, like if he's facing away from you, he will turn around and open his mouth. So that's what I was abusing there. And I also was abusing the fact, well, not abusing the fact, but it turns out you can't, even if his mouth is open, you can't feed him. So you have to wait for his mouth to completely open. And once it's completely open, it enters the state where, okay, now you can throw an enemy, a bomb in, whatever. If it's opening, you can't do it. If there is one change I could make to that boss fight, just one change, I think it would be that his mouth would be closed whenever he has his glowing attack aura, like he's about to slam down, because his mouth's open, but you can't get the shit into his mouth when he has an aura. His aura it's an anti-feeding aura. It's like, well, I was gonna say I was gonna make it's like when you don't want to eat, but there's no point in my life where I wouldn't be down to eat something. So I do not have an anti-eat aura, but what we do have is wealth. We have so much of it. It's a veritable treasure trove of Wario wealth. The WW. I love that Sphinx in the background. The Sphinx is so good. But that is enough of that. We have one final thing to do. Our shakedown schooner. There was a word I used. Throwdown. Tremble throwdown. So it was like the three thick daddy throwdown, and we're doing the 3 thick daddy throwdown in this video as well. But the Shake King and his 3 missions are our final thing stopping us from 100%ing this game. The completing it. Versus the Shake King. We must beat the stage without taking damage, beat the enemy before time runs out, and complete the level with at least 60,000 coins. Now that's a good mission, because I love shaking the Shake King. Shaking the Shake King is the best part of fighting the Shake King. Shaking. So the real struggle with this one is going to be defeating the enemy without taking damage. Not very confident about this one. You know, I went into, there's so many Murples, and that's every Murple in the video game. We got so many, they don't form a nice W or anything, unfortunately. Oh, it'd be nice if they made like Wario's like nose and mustache. That would have been cool. But alas. So the struggle is going to be not taking damage against the Shake King. Now, there is the tactic of using our Earth Shake Punch to counter his moves. That's going to be our best friend. We're going to have to use that. I was going to say sparingly, but I mean whatever the opposite of sparingly is. We're going to use it basically as often as we can. We don't want him to do shit. However, I will have to be careful because we do want to make sure I want to make sure that I don't counter things that I shouldn't be countering. Oh, and I got hit. I thought he was going to go up and down in his spot. If I counter him trying to dash at us, then I'll lose the chance to attack him. So I got to be careful about not countering that. And his attack where he whoops. See, like I don't want to do that, because then we lose a perfectly good opportunity to attack the Shake King. And that move where he tries to Earth Shake Punch, we have to Earth Shake Punch before he does, because it's a good time to attack him, and B, it gives us a free stun on him. So it's just a great thing to do. We want to stun him. So oops, I didn't want him to make any fire, but it's fine. The fire's not hard to dodge. what I want. It's that one. If he gets that off, then we're in trouble. So we just got to be careful about making sure we stun him before he does his thing. So he's going to come down. I'm just going to make sure I'm moving. And I got nervous and tried to turn around and got slapped by him, which, I've never had trouble dodging that one. And all of a sudden, it's like, okay, I don't want to get hurt in this fight. And now I'm having trouble not getting hit by, the very basic, I'm just going to come down and slam down where you are move. You would think that wouldn't be as much of a problem, but alas, we're gonna struggle with this fight. I knew this fight was going to be very hard. When I was planning this Let's Play and thinking about I want to complete it because that's what I've done with every Wario Land game. So of course I'm gonna try and complete this one as well. I was very unsure about actually being able to beat the Shake King without taking damage. You can ground pound and hit him on your way down. I unfortunately didn't manage to get it off. And if you do that, it stuns him, which is very convenient. I just noticed the time. I think we start this fight with 3:30. That must be... Oh, shit. I missed out on a chance to attack him. We must have 3 minutes and 30 seconds to do this fight. I assume that the... oh, damn it. I'm just going to go ahead and retry because we missed out on 2 chances to hurt him. I'm going to assume that the timer is shared between this first stage and the Shake King residence version of the fight, where we go to the sky and fight him. Apparently called the Shake King residence, according to the wiki. Seems like a strange name, but all right. I guess that's where he resides, not in his cool throne room or anything with that kind of dopey version of his face. Yeah, he's going to try and stun us, but we'll stun him first. Just throw him into the wall. That deals a lot of damage. Maybe I can manage to get off the ground pound, because what we need to do is we need to ground pound right where he is and come down with a... I think if I started ground pounding from higher, we can get the heightened ground pound, which is what we need. I love his walk animation where he just kind of swaggers on over to the side. It's very, very good. I think we need to shake him out a total of 3 times to hit our 60,000. It seems like he gives a bit more currency in that second one. I must be shaking him for too long because he's breaking out of my grasp. Oh, no, I've shaken him out almost completely. We will have to shake 3 times. Maybe I'm just shaking him for too long and he's unstunning. So I'll shake him for maybe about half as long. Maybe a quarter. Not a quarter, 3/4 as long. Because if we're not going to get the full value anyways, and we're going to have to do it a 3rd time, there's no point going hog wild with how much we try to get off of him. Because it does seem like he gives us more coins in that second part of the stun. And there we go. We actually stopped the fireballs this time. I would like to, I would like to get to the true second phase, I guess the 3rd phase of his fight, before we start cutting away, because I know that's the section I'm going to be stuck on for a very, very long time, just because he has a lot of projectiles in that section, and it's very easy just for me to just accidentally hop into a projectile. I think once I get this down, this won't be too bad, this first phase, because I believe in the actual fight, I was able to get to him without taking damage. Maybe I was getting hit once, so maybe ridding myself of that single hit will be a problem. Unsure of how ultimately difficult this will be. I'm assuming that this is going to kick my ass, because I've been dreading doing this for so long, because I'm not entirely sure if I'll be able to do this, because even with Wario Land 4 in the Shard mode, I had a lot of difficulty beating the Golden Diva, beating her on Shard. But the thing with that one wasn't I need to be fast. It was just, that one was just entirely speed based. I could get hit. Getting hit was totally fine. And damn, I keep not getting off that heightened ground pound. I would love to get that off, because that's a free stun and that we can get in and kind of start minimizing the time we spend on this phase, give us more time in the second phase, which is good. But also, the faster I can get to the next phase, the less time it'll take me to repeat these segments, and I can start actually getting good at the part that is going to drive me up the wall. He's doing... Oh, nope, I didn't manage to get it off. Can I unstun myself? I could unstun myself. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to counter that move, because that move is so easily countered. But this should be the last thing we need from him. No, he's probably going to go for one more loop. I don't think throwing him into the wall is going to deal that much damage. I don't think that's enough for him to decide to... Yeah, that wasn't enough for him to decide to ground pound down. Oh, and damn, I got hit. I mean, I suppose we could break this up into multiple attempts. I don't really see much of a point in doing that, because I don't think me playing slower will lead to me getting hit less. I think I think that the time. I'm not sure if the time will end up being an issue or not. I suppose we'll see as we get farther into the fight. The shaking him out, though, definitely not, since I'm going to be shaking him out to, so we can throw him into the wall. I suppose I could just pick him up and throw him straight into the wall and skip shaking him out. But it's not like it's that much of an issue. As long as I don't shake him for too long, he won't break out, and it's not a problem. And I need to be ground pounding him on this, because that's just a little bit more free damage. I don't know how much, it's a minuscule amount of damage. I don't know how much it'll matter in the long run, but it is free damage, so I should be ground pounding him when I can, when he's dashing by. Just got to maximize our damage potential. Just like we cannot miss out on that counter, because that counter is such a valuable time to hit him in the face. Now he's gonna do his thing. So now, I don't think I got the heightened. Oh, I did get the heightened ground pound. There we go. Because if we do that, we get, a free chance to go in there and hurt him. That's what I need to be doing. And that's a pretty easy counter. Hopefully my bar will fill up. I thought he was going to go for the his Earthshake Punch, which is what I'm worried about countering. See, this is kind of how we want this to go. If we can get this down to going like this every single time, this will be great. He's going to do some ground pounds, not a problem. I say that and then got very close to getting a face full of ass. And Wario, oh nope, there we go. I was going to make an ass eating joke, but irrelevant, because there we go. Now he should. No? Oh, okay. I was like, he should be going into his next stage of the fight. Doesn't matter if we do a heightened ground pound or not, because this is where it really starts. Time for the true boss fight. Everything up until now, I mean, that took 10 minutes at the most? I don't know. I looked over at my thing. It said 9 minutes, so then I rounded up. This is where I'm really going to have to get my shit together, because I think this is going to be a problem. So the music you are hearing is the Black Jewel Phase 2 fight from Wario World. It's a phase of the fight that we didn't get in the American release. I believe it's only in the Japanese release of the game. That's all the money I need, so I'll stop shaking you out. I suppose he could grab us and shake us out, but if I were to do that, we would be damaged, and then we would have to restart anyway, so no point in that. I just figured I would showcase that in this LP, since we didn't get to hear that in Wario World. Let's go ahead and duck down, get out of his way. He's going to do a ground pound. There might end up being some more music played throughout this fight. I don't know how many attempts this will take, how many songs we'll cycle through throughout the course of this fight, but we'll see. Oh shit, I missed out on that counter, but that's fine. I guess it's not fine. We only have a minute left, and there's so many electric balls on screen, and I'm getting nervous, but that's fine. Getting a little nervous is fine. Nope, I almost Earthshake punched that, and this is exactly the move I do not want to counter. Let's get over this ball so we can punch him in his little booty. It's a large booty, but oh damn it, we didn't manage to stun him. We might actually run out of time on this one. I don't think I'll be able to take him down in a minute. But this is our first attempt at the real stage of the fight, and I'm not feeling bad about what we've done thus far. So even if I fail now, I'm not going to feel too bad. Nope, I need a counter. Because I do not. The last thing I need is more of these stupid projectiles bouncing around while he's doing his thing. Oh, damn it. I got nervous there and almost put myself in a bad corner. Oh, I will counter you, which is good because I don't need to shake you. I can just throw you straight into the wall so we can clock some more damage into you. I guess we'll get to see what happens when we run out of time at the very... Yeah, I'm just going to keep going so we can see what happens when we run out of time. I assume it just, starts... The clock just goes away and you've just failed the thing. It doesn't kick you out of the thing. So if it kicked you out of the thing, there'd be no point in having the time mission. Damn, we did very well for our first try. I'm very happy about this. I thought this was going to take forever. If this ends, I don't want to say it because I'm gonna say it. If this ends up being the shortest boss fight, I'm going to be very, very confused. But it's not. I have no hubris in my body left. It's all melted away. That that was the shortest boss. I've been only doing this for 20 minutes. So I've been dreading this for literal years because I was like, how the hell am I gonna beat the Shake King without taking damage? Oh, it doesn't play the credit. Does it not play the credits? I don't know if it will play the credits again. I've never done this, but shit, I didn't expect that to go so quickly. I went and took a break after Large Fry because I was like, oh my god, I'm so tired. I can't do this. But I did it. It's done. We've done it. Oh, it doesn't play the credits again. That's fine. I'll make it play the credits again because I want to watch the credits so we can talk about the credits while we do it. So, actually, I guess before we do that, shit, I meant to do this before anything. Let's go read. I'm gonna calm down by reading off our last treasures before I just totally forget about them. Because otherwise, I will forget about them if we go and watch the credits. So let's see our last ill-gotten gains. Collapsible telescope. Pirates never need binoculars. Nice cup of green tea. For a quick pick-me-up, there's no better treasure. It also makes you look classy. Tiger Eye, a rare jewel shaped like an eerie eyeball. All-seeing and all creepy. Santa's sled, not only the fastest sled around, the fastest vehicle of any kind. Ever. Frozen mammoth. This mammoth looks cold. Maybe I'll knit him a sweater. Ever ice that stays frozen forever. Try a bit in your favorite frosty beverage, or I guess in your polar ice caps if you're dying like we are. Ghost potion. I almost said ghost poison. Ghost potion. One sip and you'll turn into a ghost. Wait, isn't that just? It's because I saw the word poison at the end of that. That's a good joke. Magic lamp. This lamp issues a thick smoke when rubbed. That's all it does. What were you expecting? See, this is literally just the magic lamp that you use to beat Denbu, the final boss from Wario Land 1. I was like, I know it starts with a D and it's like ends with an oo, so I was almost gonna say doo-doo, who cares? But no, it's Denbu. I remembered it. And the game's actually kind of lagging now, but that's fine. We're at the end. Therapeutic music box. No one could remain stressed with this thing playing in the background. No one, I tell you. And that's our final treasure and our reward for doing every single mission. Is we unlock well, these are the ending movies. And man, the game is I was gonna say chugging. It's going at like 57 frames a second, so it's just a little weird. If we're doing all the missions in the game, you unlock the ending, which maybe not the best reward, but like, you know, I guess this game never got and soundtrack was never like officially released, so I suppose being able to come and listen to the soundtrack in game provided a means for being able to actually listen to the soundtrack. So I'm gonna reset my emulator and we'll start with the credits and finish up with thoughts on the Let's Play, I guess. And with that, Wario Land Shake It comes to a close. Wario Land as a whole comes to a close. So some final thoughts before I guess we're done forever, I guess. Just some random thoughts. Turns out Windows, the thing, I have it set up so it'll dim my screen at 9 o'clock, and it's just a built-in feature of Windows. Turns out that just makes my computer chug. I guess it's very resource intensive to dim the lights on your computer. Who would have guessed? I obviously did not guess, and that's why the end of that previous video was a little chunky. So my Wiimote, it was still synced to my Wii U. So these last few, well, this episode and the previous episode, like it would kept turning on my Wii U, which made me feel bad because you should not raise the dead like that. We just went through Boogie Mansion. You must respect the dead and the spooky. So that just made me think, hey, just to throw it out there again, this game is available on the Wii. Physical copies are pretty easy to find. They tend to run for pretty cheap. You can find them basically everywhere. I've seen them at most used game places. You can also pick it up on your Wii U if the eShop hasn't been discontinued by the time you're listening to this. It's a great game. I love it a whole lot and would recommend playing it for yourself, even if you watch this whole thing, which I imagine you did if you're watching the second time we're going through the credits. So just a few random thoughts. I apologize for the criminally long boy of the last episode, and this I imagine this boy is also pretty lengthy. At one point, I had thought about breaking up my LPs in different ways, starting with 3, because after Wario Land 2, I'm like, man, some of these episodes are really, really long. I should break up my Let's Plays differently. And at one point, basically up until like the day I recorded the first episode of Wario Land 3, I was planning on doing it a single treasure an episode, and I was like, okay, this is going to be very strange because some of these episodes are going to be like less than a minute long, so I'm going to have to get straight to the point, and I'm going to have to talk about it, and I'm going to figure things out, and then I decided, no, I should just do this in a more traditional manner, and then unfortunately, the way I kept bundling things has just, I guess, grown and grown until we got feature-length movie episodes of Wario Land Shake It, because at one point with 4 and Shake It, I was planning to break them into one level an episode, which I think still probably would have worked out nicely, and maybe I would have done it in hindsight with how long some of these episodes ended up being, but whatever, we can't dwell in the past, which is why I am now going to dwell in the past and rank the Wario Land games. So I put together just a tier list in terms of how much I enjoy the Wario Land games, and it was a very cowardly list. And now I love all of these games. All of these games are great video games. I've very much so enjoyed. You can go watch them and you can see, oh hey, he's not lying. He loves these games. But one of them is gonna have to be my least favorite game. So I made a list, and I realized it was cowardly, so I forced myself, because there was a lot of like, oh, I think these are the same, and I like these the same, so it ended up being like, oh, Virtual Boy and 1 are at the bottom, but I like them the same, 2, 3, Shake It are all on the same tier, and then 4 is my favorite one. So it was, it was a little cowardly, so I decided to force myself, nothing can be equivalent. Something has to be greater or less than, so Virtual Boy, unfortunately, my least favorite one. I've only played it once, though, so it's kind of unfair to say, but Virtual Boy and 1 are very similar. I think Virtual Boy has some advantages over 1, but I like 1's structure and just the, there's a lot more game there. So I think I prefer 1 over Virtual Boy. Also, there's a lot more game of 1 compared to Virtual Boy. Followed by 2, then Shake It, then 3. Now this one's a bit contentious for me because 2 was my first Wario Land game. There's a lot of nostalgia there for me, and it hurts to rank it that low. But when I compare it to 3, I think 3 has some better arrangements and better use of the transformations, so I think I have to rank 3 over 2, even though I think I like 2's structure more than 3. The more standard structure of 2 with the branching off maps, I think I really like the way 2 is laid out, and I really enjoy that. But and also 2 has a bonus for getting everything, which I appreciate as well. But I think 3 is just a better game, and I'd rank Shake It in the middle. Obviously I love 4. 4 is one of my favorite video games of all time, so it was obviously going to rank 4 above Shake It. But just to compare 4 to Shake It, I think the big thing to compare against them is their post folds. I think I enjoy 4's post folds more. Shake It has more action-oriented post folds that are more like, reflexes and, getting these actions down perfect. Like, they give you the checkpoint so you can try them over and over again, and I really appreciate that, even if the missions are stupid. The missions to not use the checkpoint. Some of the missions are dumb, and I think some of the missions get in the way of the game and can kind of weigh it down. I think if you're going to play this game, you should play every single level. You shouldn't do all the missions. You should do missions you find interesting, because I think there's some interesting missions in there that should be done. Like, these mix up the level and make you play a neat way. But I don't think you should go for all of them. The reward of unlocking a music track isn't worth it in 2019. Maybe it was worth it in 2008 whenever, the soundtrack wasn't, commercially available. I mean, you still could have just gone on YouTube then. But, whatever. Not important. Not important. I mean, I guess I could look up the oldest soundtrack that was uploaded, but not important. I appreciate it because the ending track is my favorite song in the game, so I like that you can hear it in game in the media room, I suppose. But yes, comparing the post folds between 4 and Shake It, I think I like 4's post folds more. They're more like they're higher stakes in that you don't get the checkpoint, but also like they're not as stressful, even though they're higher stakes, because they're not as reflex intensive. They're not as like, oh, you got to do this perfectly or else it's just not going to work out. And I guess you could just, with Shake It, if you ignore some of the missions, you could play the game that way. So I think some of the missions are just tainting my opinion of Shake It, which is unfortunate. So I think you'll enjoy this game a whole hell of a lot more if you play it without worrying about the missions, because I have always played it that way until like preparing for this Let's Play, and I think that's just the way to go. Play missions that you find interesting, but ignore them otherwise. And with that, I guess we're finished with Wario Land as a whole. So, well, I guess that's it. At least until Nintendo releases Wario Land 5, the 7th Wario Land game. Or Pizza Tower comes up, which looks like an excellent follow-up to Wario Land.
Have a rotten day.